Good morning, you strange and wonderful weirdos. I'm John.
I'm Stacey.
It's Thursday, January 19th. And here's why today is strange.
All right, so let's start with this first article that I found on vice.com about a new paper that claims that scientists are getting eerily good at using Wi-Fi to see people through walls in detail.
Oh, okay.
That sounds scary.
Not a bit.
So, supposedly some researchers at Carnegie Mellon University developed a method for detecting the three-dimensional shape and movements of human bodies in a room using only Wi-Fi routers. Now, according to their recently uploaded preprint paper, they claim they developed a deep neural network that kind of maps Wi-Fi signals, and using that, they can tell where you are and what you're doing in a room that has a Wi-Fi router. Now, funny enough, a lot of people, especially in nice, developed countries, all have Wi-Fi routers in their house. So they feel like that this would be an easy way for people to do things like, check on the elderly. They're spinning it in a positive light, that it's progress towards privacy. They say that the required equipment can be bought at a reasonable price. And most households, already have the Wi-Fi at home, and it can be used to monitor the well-being of elder people or just identify suspicious behaviors at home.
All right, look. So first, they all need to be lined up and shot. All right? I want a team of Shetland ponies. I want it tied to everybody that came up with this. I don't want to kill these people. That's a horrible thing to say or even think of, right? Mm-hmm. Even when I was talking to Shot, I want them to be inoculated. Just to be safe, right?
Right.
But then I want the Shetland ponies because I don't want them to die, but I am all for drawing and quartering. I just want it to be slightly
stretchy.
Slightly uncomfortable, right? A mild irritation, because this is a terrible idea. Mm-hmm. Let me go ahead and count thy ways. All right, number one, guess who also reads these articles? Stevie Snapshot, all right? Mr. Sniggly Snoo that likes to steal your wallet and, without stealing your wallet.
Right.
With his phone or whatever.
Right.
That likes to hack your webcam, likes to hack your security cameras, likes to watch you, poop.
Yeah.
That guy. The guy who likes to watch people poop. Who likes that? This guy. And if that is like that, they're going to watch. It's going to be people hacking into this to watch it. There's going to be porn sites. Just, like Wi-Fi models,
Well, because it says that it's just weird how they spin it in their paper, how they're pushing that, how easy it is to do it, and that you could see people without using cameras or expensive LiDAR hardware, that it can serve as a ubiquitous substitute for normal cameras, because it overcomes obstacles like poor lighting and, the fact that there's walls.
Listen.
Things like that.
Listen. Do you remember the wonderful film, The Dark Knight?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You remember when Bruce Wayne turned that damn computer on? Mm-hmm. The one that Morgan Freeman was like, "Whoa, I don't know if it's a good idea.
Right.
I'm going to have to go somewhere else." Because it wasn't a good idea. It was too much. It was too much power. It was too much vision.
Right.
It was possible to reverse those cell signals and get a geolocation or see. He was actually able to see because of the talking and the bouncing and the woo-woo and the bats. Mm-hmm. This is like that. I need Morgan Freeman right now to pop in this facility and just stand behind him, shaking his head, as only Morgan Freeman can do.
Well, I don't like the part where it says you could use it to just identify suspicious behaviors at home, because that suggests that law enforcement could use it. Driving down the street, looking at homes to see if there's suspicious behavior. And what even accounts for suspicious behavior? I mean,
not being law enforcement.
It could totally be used for evil very easily.
Everything.
Very, very easily.
Everything is used for evil.
Yes. So, Interesting paper they
It's not
put out there.
interesting. It's terrible.
It's terrible.
They need to stop
Sure
it. And the problem is it's out there. So it's being done.
Yeah, well, it even mentions that in 2013, the researchers from MIT found a way to use the cell phone signals to see through walls, which is like the thing, So it's this stuff they've been working on for a long time.
All
I
right,
don't think they're
cheer
going to
me
give it up
up.
anytime soon. Okay, let's do a discovery. How's that? From Norway.
Norway.
There you go.
Yay.
So, the world's oldest dated runestone has been discovered in Norway, and it has a mysterious inscription on it. That should make you feel good. So, some archaeologists in Norway have discovered
Is it a penis?
this. No, it's not. It's actually letters. It's not like a drawing. It's not Roman.
If it had been a drawing.
They say it features runic inscriptions from up to 2,000 years ago. Now, these are researchers at the University of Oslo's Museum of Cultural History, and they found the stone while investigating a burial ground in the municipality of Hol. I guess it's just called Hol, in eastern Norway.
Courtney loves it.
Now, this stone has been named the Svingerud stone. That's after the site where it was found. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly. And around where they found it, there were burnt bones and charcoal from a cremation pit,
Right.
where it was discovered. And it revealed that the writing that was carved into a reddish-brown sandstone boulder measuring about a foot in height, and it's they dated it between 1 and 250 AD. Now, it says that Scandinavia had several thousand runestones from the Viking Age, but most of those are between 793 and 1066. Out of all the runestones found in Norway, only about 30 are believed to date from earlier than even 550.
Yeah.
And I believe this is the only one that dates before 300. So it's very rare that they found it. And in fact, it even makes them have to rewrite when these particular runes were used, because 3 of the letters on the stone are from the older Futhark.
Right.
And that's not something they thought they used that early.
Yeah.
So, and they
The
were able
Viking
to
scientists were really pissed off about this because they just wrote all this in history, and then this comes along and ruined it.
ruined. Very nice.
Ruined it.
So on the stone, there was 8 runes on the front face, and it's spelled Idaburg. Don't know what that means. And that's when it's converted. And according to them, that could be the name of a woman called Idabera. And it could be referring to maybe kin with the last name of Idaburung, or it could say for Idabera. Like they feel like maybe it was just put in there with a burial or something, and it's like a family name. They have no idea what it means. It's very mysterious.
Could it have been a bear?
Maybe. I don't know.
And it's just trying to.
I don't read
people,
runes.
I mean, just letting people know that it is intelligent and, Ada bear.
There you go. That's what it was. That's probably why there's a burial ground there. Like they're trying to warn you that there's a bear. People didn't. They went up to read the stone. They're like, bear. Uh-oh.
It's a burial ground.
Oh, I see. I'm putting it all together for them now. The runestone's going to be on display at the museum, the Museum of Cultural History in Oslo, from January 21st to February 26th. And scientists are very excited about the oldest example that they found there of the runic writing.
Awesome.
I hope they figure out what it means.
I hope it's a bear.
All right. Let's move on to a sighting.
Ah.
So this is a sighting that was reported from Massachusetts, the Boston area, of a UFO and a possible Men in Black sighting.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since a rock and roll.
It has been a long time.
I watched the whole thing on the Men in Black sightings not happening anymore, and somebody was like, I truly believe that maybe the Men in Black was always made up. I don't think that it ever happened, and nowadays, people are a little bit more intelligent or whatever. And I'm telling you, where'd they all go? I mean, what happened to all of them? And I'm like, the whole time I'm thinking, let me put this out. The whole time I'm thinking, really, dude? Really? I mean, the Men in Black were a absolute period in time, right? Because as hard as it was for them to mix in then, can you imagine how hard it would be to pull up in a 1955 slick black Cadillac right now wearing the suits that were out of time at the time, but now, even though black suits don't ever go out, it's just be harder because there's a camera on every corner. There's a cell phone everywhere. So you walk in a place now, it's a little different. Plus, we're in the time we're in. You can man in black from the comfort of your own home. You could just get a hold of them and be like, we're going to kill you. Quit looking into it. Or a little tweet, or a little text, or just cancel them. I mean, there's so many things.
Men in Black work from home now.
So many things. The Men in Black, I mean, I felt horribly bad for them, because I was worried after I watched this interview.
Right.
I was like, what happens to all the Men in Black if they really lost their job because of the times that we're in?
Ooh. I mean, what would they do?
I don't know, man. It's really hard. I mean, you can't just go become something in black that easily, It's like a logger in black. No, that's kind of a problem, I mean, there's so many things. Gymnast in black. No. It's there's only so many specific things that those poor guys can do. And, if they don't like funeral homes, then
they're kind of out of luck, aren't they?
Yeah. So this was very exciting. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's talk about the sighting. Okay. So like I said, from Boston, and supposedly there was a couple, and they mentioned that a couple weeks earlier, they had been surfing the internet, watching a lot of videos about UFOs and astronauts, kind of digging into the rabbit hole of the whole UFO phenomena, things like that. So they did have it on their mind. And one night they stepped outside to smoke, and they were looking up at the sky, and they saw a bright orb-like light that shot up into the sky. And they said it was so bright it illuminated their faces as if they were in the presence of fireworks, but it wasn't fireworks, they said. And they said it was going upwards in the sky, not a completely straight path, but was like swerving a little bit. And that it looked like there was some spark-like elements coming from the bottom, and it was only visible for about 3 seconds before it completely disappeared. They said it was completely silent and appeared too close to be a plane or some kind of shooting star or a meteorite or anything like that. And also it was going up. So they went back inside. They were pretty stunned. They didn't have a camera on them or anything because they were smoking. So they went back inside. And after about 45 minutes, they went back outside to smoke again. I guess that's how long they need. And after a couple of minutes of being outside, they said a black sedan SUV pulled up. See, they do blend, apparently. They're blending. And seemingly out of nowhere, with no sounds, and a man in all black got out and opened the trunk, turned around, and just started staring at them. And they were really creeped out because he was just standing there with an open trunk behind his SUV, black SUV, staring at them. They said they could tell he was dressed in black, but they couldn't make out his face at all. It seemed like the features were blurred out. And they said that there were two other men in black standing at the end of the street, one house down from where they lived, and they all were kind of just looking at them. And it made them feel very uncomfortable, like they started getting that real uncomfortable feeling. And so they just ran back into the house and wouldn't go back out again after that. And even the woman said she was unable to sleep. She left all the lights on and didn't feel safe. They called the police. The police told them that they didn't take UFO reports. And they didn't have any pictures or anything. It's just an eyewitness report.
The police were like, they were in, what did you say? We don't want to touch that. I mean, maybe they were in, you're saying maybe they were not light colored clothes, right?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds a bit, I don't know. Not PC. I don't know.
Well, like I said, it is just an eyewitness report.
I didn't say black men. They were wearing, oh, never mind. But no, do you think it was hoodies?
I don't know.
Did they really update,
Maybe. They did just say, they didn't specify suits. They did just say all black attire.
Wouldn't it be cool if these stupid, homely, gangly looking, pale, pasty men in black that have been doing this since the Egyptian times were just they have their boss, and it's just all right, we're going to update you. Come here, 4212 -- Yes. And it's just here you go, sir. This is the hoodie and the, jogging pants maybe, or workout pants.
Yeah, something. Give them a nice new SUV to drive so they fit in.
They should. It can't fit in perfectly, though. So maybe give them some Zubaz and a members-only jacket.
Right.
just so it's a little bit out. You got to be able to say out of time, right?
Right.
So that members only jacket, Zubaz, some pumps.
Maybe.
Yeah, Reebok pumps. You remember those? And that's how they can freak people out, How many pumps does it take before they come after you? They're going to judge it. You're up on the porch, you're smoking. They know you can't run very long without coughing. And they go down to one knee, look up at you.
Well, third pump, you got to be out of there.
You got to run.
You got to run
You
for
got
the
to
third
go.
pump.
You got to go. Man, that's something somebody should bring back.
You think so?
Oh, God. I love my pumps.
Wow.
Did you have pumps?
I didn't have pumps.
You're a poor kid.
I was. I didn't have anything brand name. I had like all the off-brand
You had like rumps. It's like a picture of a butt. You just kind of tickled it.
Right.
It's okay. I'm sorry. We do need pumps. I love my pumps. I like to have them for work.
I wore Vans. I did have a pair of Vans.
I like to have dress pumps. Like for my dress shoes. That would be awesome. Like if I was going in to sell something.
Like I'm going in for a big meeting.
Yeah. I had a big meeting earlier today. That would give me some kind of confidence, man. Seriously.
Confidence booster.
Yeah, they don't make the little things I could stick the pennies in anymore or anything. So
penny loafers.
Yeah. And
I bet they do.
And people would look at me weird if I bought a pair of Sebagos and tied the end of the shoestrings.
You're really dating yourself. I did like Sebagos. I had the
my
off-brand of those too.
You know what my favorite thing was? Other than rolling up my sleeves on my T-shirt to show off my biceps, because they were nice. Not as nice as my tricep, but it was nice. I really liked rolling up my jeans. I tight rolled the piss out of my jeans.
And I used to do that.
Like, that was my favorite thing in the world. I wore skin tight jeans.
Right.
Skin tight. And I would tight roll my jeans, and I'd wear my muscle shirt. Well, not muscle shirt. I'd wear a nice fitting shirt for my chest. And
roll the sleeves up.
Roll the sleeves up. That's some good stuff. A good time.
Right.
Anyway, Men in Black.
They're back.
Have you seen the Men in Black? If you have, report it to us.
Yes, because we would like to know. We want to make sure those men have jobs.
We'll make it very special.
We don't want homeless men in black.
No.
That would be awful. They have to live in their SUV.
Oh, yeah. Not that they're awful if they're homeless men in black.
No. It'd be awful for them if they were homeless.
I got you.
Unhoused, excuse me. All right, you ready? So let's move on to this next story from Mexico City. Now, this is a story about a missing cat named Tito. Now, this has been going on for over a month and has absolutely captured the entire country's attention. It's such a strange story. Now, the plight of Tito started, like I said, last month when his owner, her name is, I'm finding it, hold on, Andrea Ituri. She was taking a flight and she had to take her cat with her. And when, the cats had to travel in the hold, like you have to put them in a crate and they have to travel in the hold of the plane. That's how it works. And when she got to where she was going, found out that the cat was nowhere to be found, completely lost. So the firefighters, aviation authorities, police, everybody have been looking for Tito. They put tuna out. She told them he likes tuna, so they put tuna out. They feel like maybe he's been roaming around the original airport, like somehow he got loose. They have no idea how he got away. And recently, a couple of days ago, which is the reason for this article, they were so frustrated not being able to find him that they brought in an animal psychic. The Bolivian government brought in an animal psychic on their mission to help find Tito. He's a gray and white male tabby cat that just went missing, on this domestic flight. So hopefully it's no update yet.
Oh, there's no finish to this.
No, this has been going on for a month, and they've just now new article that they got.
You can't do that to us.
I'm sorry.
What the hell is wrong with you? This lady lost the love of her life. She lost her little kitty, and you're not going to tell us how it ends?
Well, I'm telling you so that people can be aware.
Oh, for the love of God.
Look out for Tito.
What kind of show is this?
Look, there's a picture. Just watch out for Tito, especially if you're on Mexico City. And if anybody knows anything, get a hold of them. They're hoping.
Hopefully he's not on any of those flights to Nepal.
I mean, there's a big state-led search effort going on. I feel like if he was just wandering around the original airport, maybe somebody thought he was a stray and picked him up and took him home and is taking care of him. And hopefully they'll find out. I mean, I don't know how I could not know about the search for Tito. It's all over the news. Hopefully they find him and he's returned. So hopefully updates for that story. I love that they brought in an animal psychic, though. I mean, they're really taking this very seriously for this.
Too bad they didn't get the one you brought on our show 10 years ago. She was a joy.
They didn't say who they got. I mean,
yeah, maybe they did. She was great, guys.
Yeah, she was pretty popular.
She did a voice I wasn't expecting. We had her on as a guest. Live interview. We did it live back then, don't you know? And I didn't know anything about this woman that Stacey was so excited to have on.
She was fantastic.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not talking bad or anything right now. I'm just telling you how she did her stuff.
I know.
And she would talk, and she would be like, she's like, we can talk to your pet that is gone. Stacey's like, okay, I miss her. Okay, what's her name? Well, there's Star. Well, I don't know. I'm not getting anything off Star. And I'm like, okay, well, that sucks. And Stacey's like, we got a beagle named Amy. And she goes, do you want to talk to Amy? Sure, she's at the house. Okay. And she's like, Amy the beagle, are you there? Yes, I'm here. And I had the headphones on, right? So I'm like, I wasn't watching because we were audio only, but we were live.
I'm so glad we weren't video.
And I look over at Stacey, and Stacey's like all into it, man. She's like, because Stacey loves her psychics. And so Stacey's like, she's like Goose Fruck, she's in the zone, baby. She's in the zone. She loves her psychics. So, and she loves her pets. So we're sitting there, and I'm like freaking, right? And she's like, how are you doing right now? I'm doing pretty good.
She did use a little voice.
So I'm writing a, is she talking or am I hearing something? It was, listen, if you could find that episode of Haunted South from, it's about a decade ago, maybe 12 years ago.
It's really good. She was really good, and she was dead on.
She was dead on. She really was. Mm-hmm. She was perfect on everything she said, but Lord have God mercy.
I guess I should have prepared you. I'm sorry. I don't like to prepare him for things.
Nothing can prepare you for that.
Especially for like our last story. Not prepared for it. This is a story from the BBC. Apparently there was some live FA Cup coverage. That's Football Association, or soccer for those of us.
FIFA?
No, not FIFA.
Oh.
This is a different football association.
What is it?
I don't know. It just says called the FA Cup.
FA.
Yeah.
So
the FA Cup.
Speaking of fuck cups.
Oh, God.
So what show was it that got you guys kicked off?
Anyway, do you want to do the story?
Sure. This comes from January 18th. BBC issued an apology on Tuesday after their fuck up coverage was interrupted by a pornographic audio clip.
Okay. So they were doing some live coverage, and as they were going from one announcer to the other and they were talking about the coverage, they started hearing audio of a woman moaning in the background. And they couldn't figure out what it was. And one of the guys was like, somebody's sending something on a phone. I don't know what that is. I don't know if you can hear that at home, but apparently they could. And later they found out and let everyone know that someone had taped a phone to the back of the set and as a prank. And whenever they knew they were going to be live, they started making the female moaning noises through the phone. So BBC had to apologize. Like, I'm so sorry. I can't even stop laughing. Okay, I got myself with that one. Anyway. Okay. I can't.
So they canceled Grand Tour.
I saw that.
That sucks.
It does.
I love Jeremy.
I didn't read the article. Is it something Jeremy did
Oh,
or
yeah.
said?
Yeah, Jeremy got in trouble again.
Of course.
He said that Meghan Markle, they needed to recreate that scene from Game of Thrones where she's running or walking naked through the streets as everybody yells shame.
With Meghan Markle.
Mm-hmm. Apparently people didn't like that. I'm just trying to help that fa cup.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Because that is why today is strange.